Hello, and welcome everyone. We are playing World of Warships Legends, like we've done so many nights before, and tonight we are playing the premium Tier 6 American destroyer, the Benham. I highly recommend. A lot of people complain about this ship and say it's terrible, but I love it, because you get 2 launchers of torpedoes of 4 on each side. So, you know, math. It's 16 torpedoes, you guys. 16. They are terrible and have short range, but you still get 16 torpedoes. So it's a lot of fun to play with. It's a really fun ship to play aggressively with, I should say. And so that's typically what I do with this ship because, you know, YOLO, why not? This is fun. This is a fun ship to play as. If you're not having fun playing this game, even if you lose, why are you even playing, you know? So we'll go in and try and sneak into the capture for Zone A here. And one of the things that I like to do is think about, if I was on the other team, which direction would I come from? And so, you know, there are 3 destroyers on their team as I look at the top of the map here. And so if I was somebody else sneaking into Zone A, I would literally be doing the exact same thing that I'm doing on this side, and I would be sneaking right past the island, the equivalent island on the enemy team here. So that is where I'm putting all 16 of my torpedoes at this moment. Reload speed's not bad, you know, if you think about, like, you know, a minute something for each side. That's not too bad. Like, it feels like I always have torpedoes with this ship, depending on the side. So I do a lot of ducking and weaving, but we sent all 16 at this island here, and there was a enemy destroyer on that side. But it looked like he was heading in the right direction to evade them, so I'm sure the second he saw those, he was probably pretty well off with dodging them. So, but we made the right decision there. We got lucky, and we assumed correctly that somebody would come around that corner, right? And I'm assuming that he is sending his torpedoes at me, and that's why I'm backing up, even though I'm even still out of my own smoke screen here. Smoke screens occasionally can be a magnet for enemy destroyers, just sending random torpedoes into them. But even without that, I still assumed he would try and send some torpedoes at me. So that's why I continued to back up, and that worked out for us. And I'm literally here guessing where he might be and sending more torpedoes, just because I have so many racks of torpedoes with this ship. And I know he's gonna be somewhat in range. So I'm even going around outside of my own smoke screen here. So I do have this ship built out for concealment. So my concealment's pretty, you know, most likely I'm going to spot them before they spot me, right? So I think I'm at like 5.3 or 5.5 concealment. So as you can see there, I spotted him, and then a couple seconds later, he spotted me. So we have a 1-up on him just for that particular scenario. And we kind of guessed right with how we sent our torpedoes out there. So, and then we are already at 20 seconds left for our left side torpedoes here. So we sent them. Man, we got close there. We got close. This is a good battle. Like, this is like this good one-on-one situation. He's even got the torpedo bomber airplanes spotting me and sending torpedoes at me. So there's a little bit of an unfair advantage there, but yeah. So we'll continue to dump more torpedoes at him because we have so many. And then we get the warning that we're about to run into this island, so I use the overview camera real quick just to make sure I don't hit it. But at this point, like, he's hardly even shooting at us, so I'm assuming he's aiming he's aiming torpedoes. That is kind of one trick to just kind of keep an eye on. Yeah, we're definitely going to get him with these. But that's one thing to, like, keep an eye on when you're in battles with other destroyers as a destroyer player, right? So if you see them not shooting their guns, that's a clear signal that they are dumping torpedoes towards you, right? So that's how you know how to, like, okay, here's my opportunity to change directions and avoid those torpedoes, because you know they're coming from where he is at that moment that he's not firing guns, right? And that worked out for us really, really well. The airplanes still, we've been lucky and have been paying attention to where they are by using the mini-map, and then just making sure we are pointed towards them or away from them, especially when it's torpedo bombers, right? So we got a cruiser, and then we've got this battleship here. So we're gonna send these this side of torpedoes, and then I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the ones that I sent around the island. I kind of figured that first set probably got spotted by the airplanes that were overhead. So that's another thing to keep an eye on and think about and keep in your mind. If you're sending torpedoes, we got him there with that second set. But yeah, if you're sending torpedoes towards a ship and there are airplanes, enemy airplanes above you, those airplanes are spotting those torpedoes. So like, it's worth just not doing it. It's worth, just depending on the scenario, to just keep that in mind. So those are going to get spotted, and if you're sending those torpedoes at someone in particular, they're probably going to see those torpedoes way more in advance than they normally would have, right? Just because of those airplanes above you spotting them. So that's a huge thing to keep in mind, and don't waste your racks of torpedoes, right? But with the Benham here, I've got just so many that I'm just constantly dumping them. I mean, they are a horse a piece, 10 cents a piece, or whatever you want to call it. So we will get this New Mexico just barely, because he is one of the few ships left, and everyone on the team was shooting him. But that finishes off this battle for us, you guys. And it was just a fun game. Like, that was a fast, fun game, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And that put us at the top of the leaderboard pretty easily there with 2100 XP. And we made about $350,000 on that game. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got more World of Warships Legends videos coming, so please, please, please make sure to subscribe. Thanks, guys.